now we move on to our main topic, where President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said in a welcome message on the official website of the upcoming COP27 summit that the UN Climate Change Conference 2022 COP27 is an opportunity to showcase unity against the the existential threat of the climate change that can only be overcome through concrete action and effective implementation. And our dear viewers, to shed more light on that topic, we are very much delighted to be joined by Dr. Jilan Sharaf, former Dean of Mass Media and Information Technology. Dr. Jilan, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you and to all your viewers.
Thank you very much for being our guest for today, Dr. Jilan. Dr. Jilan, Egypt launched on Tuesday the official website of the upcoming COP27 summit that included a welcome message by President al-Sisi. The President said the summit is an opportunity to unite to face the existential threat of the climate change to our planet. What are your thoughts on this?
Let's refer to since 2 weeks ago, especially it was on 18th of May. We launched the strategy for the national strategy for climate change under the umbrella of the cabinet Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, where there is a collaboration among all the ministers of environmental ministry and also the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. Also the Ministry of Petroleum and the Ministry of Agriculture. All this cooperated in order that they launched this strategy. As you know, as you mentioned, that Egypt will host the COP27, which will take place on at Sharm el-Sheikh on 7th November, the coming November, inshallah.
Yes.
That means that Egypt has an important course should be developed by Egypt and concrete work in collaboration or with all the countries that we are going to host them in Sharm el-Sheikh, where it will be the green city, and this will be an example, a reality example of how Egypt is moving to a green area that we are adapting with the climate change. That's why also to complete this, all these efforts, it be also with the social media that we should have an website that His Excellency President Sisi launched it on Tuesday. So it was very important. It's an implementation. Also, it's very important to mention that the slogan of this COP27, which will be together toward implementation.
Yes. The President said that the threat imposed on our planet can be faced through concrete action and effective implementation by the participating parties. What's your take on that, Dr. Jilan?
If we refer to Paris 2015 Paris Agreement, where COP21, where it was talks and the negotiations, the actions that will be taken in order to adapt with climate change to make benefit of this crisis. So now we should implement this in COP27, that we should take action. Action by what? By that we should move to industry, green industry, that we should produce hydrogen. And this is what Egypt is taking now, decision that we are going to have industry in the economic zone at the Suez Canal, where we are going to produce hydrogen. This will be a fuel for all the boats or all that they are going to pass by Suez Canal. So this will be a hub for zero carbon. Egypt took many decisions also in making use of the climate change, that we should make benefit of it. We are going to produce ethanol from beet sugar. We are going to how to avoid the coastal area from being to be vanished by making dikes, the renewing of lakes, many things that Egypt is taking action on it. And this is now is the as if you are making a format for investing in this zone, which is the green area. So in order that we have investment, we should change our way of investment using coal and so on, in order that we are going to have a green area. This will also help in saving the health of millions of people in Egypt or also in Africa.
Yes.
Because, as you know, this also the climate change will have an impact on the water resources.
Yes.
And this means that the water that we are receiving from the Nile River will be decreased. So that means that everyone, the rate which for everyone will be very small. So we should take action in order to avoid this crisis and to save the soul of our people.
Yes, indeed. Dr. Jilan, Egypt is ramping up efforts for the upcoming COP27 summit slated to be held in November in Sharm el-Sheikh. The summit is set to witness a constructive dialogue with the aim of producing ambitious results and developing initiatives that build on the outcomes of last year's Glasgow summit.
Yes.
How do you see that?
Yes, as I told you that we are going to implement what the decisions that taken in COP26 at Glasgow. We are going to start business. We will start to invest in this area. Egypt already has launched the green bond, and this green bond is called, we can call it the ethical investment. That means that we should invest to save the environment.
Yes.
Because the environment is one of the dimensions of the sustainable development. Which also this is side to side with the national strategy for climate change in 2050, and also this will be in accompany with the sustainable development 2030. So this is, we should implement all this in investment. We should invest in that in order that we can afford the lack of food, because this is very important also to save the health of the people. Also, we are going to be the voice of Africa in this COP27, because we are African continent has been affected in this climate change.
Yes, Dr. Jilan, speaking about Egypt here, what are the effects of the climate change on the coastal regions in the country? And it's noticeable that climate change has a hand in changing the patterns of the weather or its intensity.
Yes, and you see that due to the rising of temperatures, this means that this makes a difference in the sea, in the coastal area. And this coastal area will be vanished or will be damaged if we do not take action to save these areas. And as I told you, we are making now like dikes. These dikes, as if it's floods, in order we are being distributed along the coastal area in order not to let the waves to come and to start to take from the coastal areas, so we can save this as much as we can to keep this cities as it is, especially Alexandria, the North Coast, and all these areas, as we know that there is investment in this area by the resorts. Also, we have university, smart university like in Alamein, and so on. So this is very important issue also which will be discussed in COP27.
Indeed. Finally, Dr. Jilan, Egypt aspires to be the voice of Africa in the COP27 summit and highlight the impact of the climate change on the Black continent. What's your take on that?
I'd like to say that it is the green continent, let me say that, because this is area we should put our eyes on it, we should focus on it, because this is a green area, we should invest in it. It's very important. We have resources. We have resources in copper, zinc, and gold, everything. Also, we have the soil there is very natural. You don't need a fertilizing to fertilize this soil. We need to invest in this area. We should move to this in order to make cooperation among the African countries so we can make food sustainable food for us. We don't need to import from others. And we should make benefit of the Ukraine-Russian crisis. As we see, Egypt started to approximately to have 45% sustainable of wheat, as we already have 64,000 Fadan and Toshka, and also we started to plant and to have the new delta in Rodan Farag, which already has been launched or been focused on it under the umbrella of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi last 2 days or last week, as I mentioned, as I remember.
Yes, indeed, Dr. Jilan, you have covered all the aspects here and all the issue of the preparations for the COP27 summit, which will be taking place next November in the Red Sea Resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, where President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said in a welcome message on the official website of the upcoming COP27 summit that the UN Climate Change Conference is an opportunity to showcase unity against the existential threat of the climate change that can only be overcome through concrete action and effective implementation. Again, Dr. Jilan Sharaf, Dean of the Mass Media and Information Technology